Pew survey going around Twitter right now. And I think that these are relatively older data, but it's making the rounds yet again, maybe because religion is in the news. This is according to the Pew American Trends panel. And it shows that conservative Christians who go to church, go to religious services weekly, but in America, generally that means going to church, are the least crazy people in the country. And liberals who don't go to church are the craziest people in the country. The question is, has a doctor or other healthcare provider ever told you that you have a mental health condition? Have they ever told you? And when you look, it divides it between liberal, moderate, and conservative, and also by religious service attendance. Never go to church, seldom, yearly, monthly, weekly. The craziest people in the country, 28% have had a doctor diagnose them with a medical condition, a mental medical condition. 28% are libs who never go to church. The next craziest people in the country, libs who sometimes go to church. The next craziest people in the country, libs who go to church monthly. Now, it's a religious service, so it could be some woo-woo kind of lib thing. Keep that in mind, because liberal churches are not real. They're not real churches. They're these heretical, schismatic sects that promote infanticide and creepy sex stuff. So even to call that a church is kind of silly. The next craziest people in the country, libs who go to church once a year. Only at this point do you start to get, okay, the next craziest group. The next craziest group are moderates who never go to church. Then the libs who go to church once a year. But it breaks down. You all the way get down to the conservatives who go to church weekly. 8% have had a healthcare provider say they have a mental condition. So what does this mean? Do we just use this to dunk on the libs and the atheists? We can do that a little bit. Not like we dunk out of love. It's a loving dunk. It's a dunk intended to, bring them over to our side. This is also just a vindication of John, the Gospel according to St. John, chapter 1, the very first verses. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word here being the Logos, the divine logic of the universe. So the Gospel of St. John begins, unlike the Synoptic Gospels, the Gospel of St. John begins with this grand theological statement that God himself, that Christ is the Word, is the Logos, is the divine logic of the universe. And God, and he is God. God is the divine logic of the universe. So faith and reason go together. That would seem to be backed up by this survey. There is so much more to say. First, though, go to expressvpn.com/Michael Knowles Show. Freedom isn't free. You know that. Has to be defended. Well, same goes for your online freedom, okay? You got all sorts of government agencies and big corporations trying to get in, see everything you do. Strong encryption defends your privacy and keeps hackers out. That is one of the many reasons that I love ExpressVPN. I've used ExpressVPN for the better part of a decade now, okay? And I'm a huge Luddite. Even I can use it. It's an app that routes all your online activity through secure encrypted servers. Without it, your internet provider can log everything you do. In the US, they can even sell those data, not with ExpressVPN. Get it on your phone, get it on your tablet, get it on your computer, push one button, you're done. I travel a lot, when you're in airports, coffee shops, hotels, that is a disaster zone for hackers. ExpressVPN encrypts that connection, protects everything, your passwords, your credit cards, your personal info. It's great. It'll keep bad people and foreign governments from snooping, okay? Find out how you can get an extra 4 months for free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, going to expressvpn.com/Michael Knowles Show. What we were told during New Atheism and really for the last 100 years or so, more than 100 years, is that religious people are crazy. They're illogical. They're irrational. They believe in their sky daddy or whatever, all these straw men nonsense descriptions of religion because the secularists and the atheists don't want to deal with what we actually believe. But that's what we were told. These religious people, they're crazy. I don't want to vote for some religious person. He's probably crazy. Actually, the data say the opposite. The religious people are the sanest people. The irreligious people are the craziest people. Among the religious people, the conservatives, you can't really break it down as conservative or liberal, but let's just recognize that really maps onto the most orthodox versus the most heterodox. The most orthodox religious people, the ones who believe the religion most accurately, most fully, those people are the least crazy people in the country. So when we're talking about this country, we're not talking about Islam. We're talking a little bit about Judaism, but Judaism is a real minority religion. We're talking about Christianity. The conservative Christians are the least crazy people in the country, clinically speaking. And the atheist libs are the craziest people in the country, which is a vindication of the claims of Orthodox religion. The one of the chief claims being that God is the divine logic of the universe. I know that it seems like I'm preaching to the choir, and you know what? The choir needs preaching sometimes. But this could be an evangelical kind of argument, because I think a lot of people, like me, when I fell away from religion for 10 years, fell away because I thought religion was for stupid people. Only stupid people believed in God. And the smart people knew that God didn't exist. And that just isn't true. The sane people, they didn't believe in God, but the crazy people, they believe in that isn't true. Actually, the opposite is true. It's a good argument. I love that. I love that poll. Okay. That was a great clip. Now stop it. Ring the bell, subscribe. We'll see you next time.